Work on your resume. Resume is what employers look. Usually it just takes them about 10 seconds to decide whether you're an ideal candidate or not. Make sure your resume is in alignment to and in structure to the job you're applying for. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of these hiring companies require you to have God knows how many years of experience, and it sucks when you're trying to enter as an entry level and they're asking you to have like 5 years of experience. It's like, how can you get the experience if no one's giving you a chance?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going with a red lip because we want to be bold today. We want to enter the new week with that drive, determination, attitude. Like, I got this. Girl, you got this. Fun fact, that's the screensaver that I have at work. Girl, you got this. So today was a very interesting day at work. But don't get me wrong, I love what I do and I'm happy to have the job, title, and position that I have, because I know how hard I work to get there. And on my way home, I was just thinking, wow, graduation is around the corner. A light bulb just turned on inside my head. Like, graduation is right around the corner. Graduation is approaching. And what better video to make than my tips and tricks into getting a job right after college. So I've been in the professional world for about 3 years now, and there are two options or two routes that I've seen. One is it requires a lot because as a full-time college student you're also interning. However, it has benefits to doing that extra work. And then there's the route that I took, that at the time when I was in college, I was a full-time college student and an elite athlete. Needless to say, I went through college without doing an internship. After college, I took a year out. So getting into my line of service was definitely a struggle, but it's doable. And disclaimer, I just want to say to everyone out there that's struggling to get a job, or you that you're overthinking, or you that you're about to graduate and don't have a line set up, don't be discouraged. It happens to everyone. A lot of people go through these struggles. Fun fact, some professionals are in a line of service that has nothing to do with their major. So just keep struggling, keep fighting the good fight, and don't give up. So if you want to learn some tips or tricks or advice that I have in general as to how to land a job after college, just keep on watching. So the professionals that I surround myself with, a handful of them did an internship during college. Needless to say, the company now invested time in these interns. While you're interning, this is a time for you to shine and showcase what you can bring to the table. This is a time for you to set yourself apart from everyone else. This is the time where you have to grind and prove that you are hardworking and that you deserve a job offer. Some of the professionals that I surround myself with, the company invested in them. They took them in. Hey, you're gonna do an intern for us. Through that process, it's like a learning process. You are learning the culture of the company. You are learning the structure, the mission, the vision. If you excel as an intern, there might be a high chance that you will be given a job offer. This now secures you a job after college. So you did your intern, you get the job offer, you graduate college. Here you go. This is a job that you earned because you showed that you were different during your internship. Yes, it is hard because it requires you going to college and doing this extracurricular activity. Some internships are paid, some are not, but regardless, having that on your resume already created some sort of work experience. And it's good because I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of these hiring companies require you to have God knows how many years of experience, and it sucks when you're trying to enter as an entry level and they're asking you to have like 5 years of experience. It's like, how can you get the experience if no one's giving you a chance? So I highly recommend to go the extra mile and do an internship while in school. In the long run, it will benefit you. Let's say you don't get the job offer, well, at least you have some type of experience in the line of service that you studied. Now, the next route or next tip that I have is what happened to me. I was pursuing an Olympic dream, as I've mentioned before. So I did not do an internship. I graduated with 0 work experience. Let me tell you guys, getting into HR, because I studied HR, was extremely difficult. I applied places left and right. I was being rejected. I was being denied. I was nope. A lot of entry jobs that I was applying for needed me to have 3 years of experience. And it just made me scratch my head, like, how can I have 3 years of experience when no one's giving me the chance? Okay, here I was, no job experience, but there was one thing that I had going on for myself. I was an elite athlete. So I decided to add that to my resume. Yeah, it wasn't work experience. It wasn't HR related or business related for that matter. But it showed that I had discipline, determination, dedication. And I kid you not, the manager who hired me to enter the organization, to enter the corporate world, the person who allowed me and exposed me to HR was very upfront from the beginning. I was informed that there were people from higher schools, people who had interns, but they decided to take a risk on me. Reason being, I had done so much in the sport of boxing, and they figured that all I was looking for was for an open door into the world of corporate. With that being said, the hiring manager at the time took a risk on me, and she said, "We're hiring you. We want to see how you develop, in hopes of that whatever you did in boxing can transcend into the workforce. We see that you've done so much in the sport of boxing, and we're hopeful that that attitude will transcend into the workforce." I started as an assistant. I started entry level. And at first I was just excited to get in the door. Once I got in, I didn't settle. I felt like this was my time to prove that I was hungry and that I wanted more. This was the time for me to prove what I was made of. Yeah, I don't know all the laws. Yeah, I didn't know all the laws. Yeah, I didn't even know how my department operated, but I was willing to learn. So I went in there with an open mind. Really, all you need is someone to give you an open door. Set yourself apart from others. Let's say you don't have an internship. Let's say you don't have a job. What did you do? What did you do throughout your college years that might set you apart from anyone else or everyone else? For me, it was what I did in the sport of boxing. Now, when that door opened up for me, I didn't just lean back and it's like, okay, time to take it easy. No, I felt like I had something to prove, because I told myself, I don't want to be an assistant forever. So long story short, I started working. I started picking up the material quickly. I would go home and review what I studied. I would come up with scenarios and like ask questions. I did tell my manager at the time, I'm like, hey, I learn. I'm a visual learner and I ask a lot of questions. I apologize ahead of time. She's like, no worries. I want you to do the job well, because at the end of the day, I have to have an answer for what you do. So I learned like that. Fun fact, my manager at the time left during the biggest project of the year. Me not knowing what to do, I decided that, okay, this is my time to shine. Okay, this is my time to somehow, some way bring this project from the starting point all the way to the finish line. And I did what I had to do. I worked crazy hours. I would go home, get on the hop on calls and make sure that I provided my best customer service, because HR to some degree is customer service. Long story short, I proved myself for that time period. I was managing the department by myself. I was then promoted to a specialist, and shortly after I was promoted to a manager. So I just want to say, if you're looking for a job, don't be discouraged. Keep looking, work on your resume. If you are able to do an internship while in college, please do it. I can't stress it enough. It's gonna benefit you more than you know. There's a high possibility that you may walk out of that internship with a job offer. Like I said, this company invested time in you. You got to learn the mission and vision of the company. There's a high chance they might give you an offer letter. And if you do the route that I took, for whatever reason, you don't have an internship, you don't have a job, you're doing your own thing on the side, work on your resume. Resume is what employers look. Usually it just takes them about 10 seconds to decide whether you're an ideal candidate or not. Make sure your resume is in alignment to and in structure to the job you're applying for. Also, make sure you're qualified. I will say add your extracurricular activities, because that opened a door for me, and it might open a door for you too. In addition, I do have to say, when it comes to your resume, don't just write what you say. For example, let's say you answer emails, or you want to apply, or whatever it is that you're doing. Let's say you help your manager answer emails. Don't just say assist manager by answering emails. No, you have to elaborate on that. For example, well, I'll give you a bullet for one of the jobs that I had that had nothing to do with HR. It was data entry. I hated it. I was miserable. But this is how you make your resume sound better. So what I did, I corrected database errors. Okay, I have two options. I can write on my resume, correct database errors, and leave it as a bullet as the current work that I do, or I can choose to elaborate on it. So this is how I wrote it. Correct database errors in a timely manner in order to expedite results. So what I do and what it produces. It produces the fact that it expedites test results in full. The test results can now be used for X, Y, and Z. So with this being said, I really hope you enjoyed my video. Like I said, if you're able to do an internship during college, go ahead, do it. Do the best of your ability. Prove yourself. Set yourself apart from the rest. If you're currently working, work on your resume and somehow tie it down to wherever it is that you're applying and for the position that you're applying. If you have no work experience, no job experience, no intern experience for whatever reason, like me, make sure you work on your resume and set yourself apart. Understand that it's okay to be rejected, and as a matter of fact, you might be rejected from XYZ companies before you get a yes. But once you get that yes, you go into that organization and set yourself apart. Believe me, do your work, do what you have to do, and you might grow. You never know where that one yes may take you. I really hope that you guys enjoyed my video, and if you have any questions, please go ahead, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will be answering them. Also, if you found this video in any shape or form beneficial, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much.